Let's continue with the topic that I started yesterday. That my central point was that let's leverage the AI power to tame AI. When I say tame AI, I mean the tame AI related fraud. Okay, so that's the thing. That sounds like a kind of like a it could be kind of a brand new idea, but also could be confusing. What do you mean by using the AI power to tame AI fraud? Let's look at the big picture so we can better understand it. The big picture is that I remember years ago, maybe like 2 years ago. I know in the age of AI, 1 year is like at least 10 years in the past, or even hundreds of thousand years in the past. So a couple years ago, I believe that Sam Altman of OpenAI mentioned the idea that in the future we will have a lot of one-man entrepreneurs companies. Okay, sure enough, I think that he said that exactly right. In America, we have so many people who just doing nothing but one man band. I remember the first time I saw one man band was in New York when I first arrived in this country in 1987, I believe. There's another Chinese guy. He has been in this country for years before me, and he invited me to go with him to be his company. He volunteered to drive all the way through, and then I'm not particularly crazy about the driving, but so we went to New York, we went to Niagara Falls, we went all the way from Wisconsin. So the first time I saw one man band, I was amazed. But here today we will have a more and more one man band. Okay, I love that because while with the one man band, you take complete responsibility. There's no way for you to push to somebody else. Oh, my co-founder did that, or my team did that. No, you can't say that because you're the one. You're the one in charge of everything. Of course, with the AI assistance, right? So that's why AI replaced the whole team of technicians, technologies, and engineering, software engineering, hardware engineering. So to make it possible for you to be the one man, one boss, and one team for entrepreneurs. So that's the thing. But also we have also you have to think about some other things. Everything has two sides, one positive and one negative, right? I remember that Reese Witherspoon was suffered some backlash when some people saying that she's encouraged to learn AI. She's tongue deaf or something like that. I'm totally sympathetic to her. I'm with her. We have to learn AI. You can't just kill the messengers. We have to get the message that the AI is something we have to deal with. There's no way out. There's no other ways, we can't kill AI. We can't go back to the Stone Age, right? Like Donald Trump always like to say, make Iran go back to the Stone Age, right? So that's going back is not one option. The only one option is valid, feasible, is to look forward. So looking forward, I think that we can think about I can think about the three things that make the AI H2H economy. Remember, I raised the concept of H2H, meaning human to human economy. I believe that in the future, even today with the AI, the H2H economy will still thriving. I give you three reasons. Number one, humans are the one that we crave for meanings. We crave for impact. Okay, so that means we are picky. If we have a choice, if we had a choice all the time, we would try to do some meaningful things. But that's something different from the AI. Because the AI machine, they don't care. They just do whatever we told them to do. So you don't have to tell them, you don't have to persuade them and say, hey, this is a very meaningful job. Let's do it. And AI said, okay, we'll do it. You don't have to explain that to them. So that's one thing. Number two thing is that as far as we know, so far we have a generation Z, we have a generation Alpha. We still, even those two generations, we still prefer to have a human to human communication. Okay. So number three thing is that as the one thing we can be sure of is that with the AI power is getting better and better, and the value of AI will become a commodity quickly. So that means the value of the AI will be decreasing. At least they can stay flat, if not decreasing. So that follow the same law of scarcity in economics. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. On the other hand, we have to keep in mind that the AI power is going to be better and better. That's one thing for sure. We know that because human will make the AI better. For example, let's look at the Claude code, right? And let's call it CC. Claude code today is still doing relatively lousy job, if you will, if you are like me, kind of a pity because I'm forward looking. I can tell that today's AI power, even for vibe coding, is pretty lousy. Why? Because it lacks one key element. It doesn't have the sandbox. By that I mean that a smart, really smart machine will not only understand your vibe instruction, but they will check it out. They'll find the best way to do it, and then they'll give you they'll in the background. They will find the many intermediate output, and then they'll compare the output and then tell that what output is wrong. And then right now it is still pretty lousy because they come back to you and they say, "I'm done." And then when I check it, when I do the QA, meaning that the quality assurance, or you can just call it the debugging. When you do the debugging, you found that the result is not there, or it's not what you exactly want. So you have to go back to tell AI, say, "Hey, this one doesn't work. You have to figure out some way." Right now still takes a lot of time to fix the problem, even just the single problem, right? Because this AI doesn't have the sandbox to fully foreseeing or visually seeing the possible result. Oftentimes they tell me that, yeah, we think we found the culprit, we found the problems, but when you actually check it out, you found that the problem is still there. So you have to go back. So this kind of thing we know for sure will get it better. Okay. However, that's the thing. As I said earlier, that as the AI power getting better and better, the value will kind of stay flat, if not decreasing, because it will become a commodity. The human to human interaction, on the other hand, will likely to stay. In fact, the other day I was reading. Let's stop here. We'll talk about it next time.